We are back, different background. We're at Acro Sports in San Francisco, and I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about tumbling today. We've taught some forward rolls in the past, some backward rolls. Today I want to teach you some variations of those. And there are two basic shapes that I haven't really talked about a lot in my videos. And those shapes are a straddle position and a pike position. The ones that I previously stated with the forward roll and backward rolls were tuck position. So just so you know what the positions look like, the tuck position is flexed hip, bent knee, feet together. In gymnastics, we go knees together. Right now for us, it's okay to be knees out a little bit, not a big deal. The other position is a straddle, legs straight and wide. And the third position is just a pike position, legs straight, feet together. Now, I taught a forward roll in a tuck position, which looks like this. We've seen this before. It's the same drill we done. I go through a tuck position. The one I want to show you now is a straddle forward roll, which seems easy, but when we try it, we run into some walls. And a lot of times it's mobility walls and then some other strength limitations. And the strength comes from just being able to maintain this wide stance. Now, if you've ever been to one of my seminars or any one of my clinics, you know I talk about feet together position, wide stance position, and why it's important to know how to use those two stance to be able to translate into other things. Now, let's say we're talking about squatting. If I were to squat with my feet together, this would be what a tuck position would look like. A squat in the regular gym would maybe be something like shoulder width apart, or here. And now we can go into something that looks more like powerlifting or a sumo stance. And this sumo stance squat, if you haven't done it before, it is a hard thing to do. But it can be trained in many different ways. And one of them is through this straddle position that we see in gymnastics. So the way to go about addressing the standard here is find a width where when you squat, the knees stay on top of the ankles. We could go a little bit wider on it, but we'll get to the point where the feet are so wide that they're no longer underneath the knees, and now we are at too far ranges of motion and we'll run into some trouble. Is that a bad thing? No, but just to keep it in mind, feet under the knees as you squat wide. So I'm going to find that stance. I'm going to go for the squat. Okay, my knees are on top of my ankles. I'm going to use that straddle position, and now I'm going to do the same forward roll. So hands come in front of me, roll, hands go in between your legs, finish. So it's the same thing as a forward roll in a tuck position, but the legs stay straight. If you can't do that, I'm going to show you a couple ways to just ramp up and make it a little easier.